Will that fit right?
Then it'll go in.
I'll have to use that tray instead, won't I? Yeah, well. Will that fit right?
Then it'll go in.
I'll have to use that tray instead, won't I?
Yeah, we got a minute and 15 seconds, Guru. Then it'll go in.
I know, I'm trying to move as fast as I can, right?
I'm just letting you know how much time you have before moving as fast as you can is not an option you get to have anymore.
Was that over there? Was that there? 70
I can't hear you at all, Zone, if you're talking.
You really can't?
No, I really couldn't.
All right, well, I can turn myself up a little bit, I suppose.
I need to move.
Yeah, I don't want to get any like audio hissing going in.
I got you.
So an hour and 15?
Really should just get a cloud lifter one of these days and be done with it.
I'm gonna do an hour and
I'm gonna
10.
boost the signal so I can actually turn the gain down. Have a boosted signal.
Get in the oven.
'Cause I'm almost positive I'm probably pretty quiet compared to you guys. Yeah, I'm
Star.
definitely quiet compared to you guys.
Oh, yeah. You sound very quiet.
Yeah. Quiet.
Yeah.
He, on the other hand, is extremely loud.
Yeah.
Woo! Ow.
Yep. And me, I'm a talking voice, so I don't know what that means. But we're ready to go live if you are.
Yeah,
As soon as Guru turns the camera on, we'll be better off there. But
I should probably be getting a little bit
Give me a
louder.
little
All
bit
right.
more time.
all right, well then mute yourself. All right, and here we are on another wonderful Wednesday. As always, this is the Angry Dandelion Show. I am thumping loud and joined, as always, by Sewn Together
Yeah, what's up? Am I still really quiet?
and Super Skull in the Box.
Am I still too damn quiet, man?
No, actually, you're pretty good now. Don't,
Oh man, he's stealing your intro, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's never gonna roll. I even had to
Listen
call
here,
him out on that
unit
bullshit yesterday.
4484 or whatever your number is.
Yeah, that is the wild thumping howl. That is not.
He's trying to steal your call, man.
Yeah, I heard that.
He's terrible at it.
Somebody did it
It's like somebody makes
like
Pillsbury
during
Doughboy into
yesterday's.
turkey.
Yeah, somebody did it in yesterday's show, and I was just like, They were like, oh, well, no, Webb did it, and Jay was like, all the poor turkeys tomorrow. Yeah, I'm like, no. No, I called Webb out on it, and I was like, that is, and I did mine, and I was like, that is the wild thumping howl. You can't do that, Webby. And he's bad at it too. Dude, this blue square you've got up here is amazing.
What blue square?
Oh, I'm just looking at no Guru on the screen in the broadcast. What?
Okay.
It's just his NDI right now because he's not up to his camera.
Oh, right on, right on. I'm just downgrading some of the actual video quality for me on the streams so that
Oh, yeah?
it's not eating up as much bandwidth and all that jazz, you know?
Okay. Is it working?
Yeah, I mean, I took them down to, took Facebook down to 720p and took YouTube down to 480p. Ah! That is frightening.
Yeah, it is.
I think we can see you.
Yeah, looks like the camera might be on.
Right in the brown
As
eye.
always.
Right in the brown
Yeah, right
eye.
in the brown eye. As always, though, intro to the show. What you guys been up to?
Go ahead, Guru. I need to get a beer.
Oh, yeah, man. Look at him. Look at him.
Talk about what you've been doing, Guru.
Yeah,
Let's go
talk about it.
around the corner here.
Talk about it. And we'll stop talking the minute we hear you start actually trying to talk about something.
Aha!
That's why I was like, this dude doesn't even know he's muted.
Hell no! Hell
All right,
nah.
so how start all over again because we didn't hear none of that.
Playing a little bit of Warframe, getting ready for the update on God knows when we'll get it for the whole being able to fight in space with our ships and stuff. Hopping on Destiny still here and there, mainly for Iron Banner at this moment in time, because I know a lot of people were a little upset about what happened with the last season. So we're mainly waiting for the next season to see if it gets any better.
What are you complaining about in this season?
Mainly for the simple fact is how are you going to have so much of a hype for this portal that we're building and everything, and the next thing you know, it's the same shit, just different boss. No new loot, no different shit, just a new boss.
It's a new boss, and you still have to go to the moon in order to access it. You can't even. The portal does nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what is that? Like
you
why?
you hyped this whole build up of this.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know, man. There's still enough days left in the season that they may do something.
Because I mean, they're getting they're getting a little bit of some lash about.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are, but it could be. Look, we've seen some companies use negative hype
to hype up the next thing.
If this negative hype could just be to blow everybody's mind right as we think we're going into next season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time somebody's done something like that. So,
and I mean, next season they've already announced that a lot of changes are going to be made. Solar classes all the solar abilities are going to be amped up. Hunters are going to be able to kill people finally with their precision knives. So we get that, we finally get a one-shot wonder again.
And actually be able to punch somebody again, too. Because that is dumb that I just have gotten so good at double punching because it takes 2 punches to kill somebody with a hunter. And so I've gotten really good at snaking people with a double punch.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
You do. Like all the other class, like some people are like, oh, hunters are OP. Okay, granted, we got some pretty good abilities. We can reload and everything else off a dodge, or even get our melee ability back instantly if we dodge, depending on how you have it set up. But we can't run around and one-shot freaking people with a punch. Like,
yeah, and if you hear Webb run on about how Titans, blah blah blah, Titans.
Mm-hmm.
How
Titans master race.
Never have to reload. Always got the one punches. Blah 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 blah.
Titans are great. Punching people is fucking awesome.
Everybody in the game agrees that, well, except for Warlocks. Warlocks believe that you should static punch a motherfucker from 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And then the defensive capabilities are very nice as well. Being able to throw up a shield, and
I mean, right at this moment in time, with the way that they have,
that's what pisses me off the most about the hunter is they try to give you all these mobility fucking builds, and it's like, but we're hunters, we're fast as fuck. We don't need more mobility.
We can't even dodge in the air, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
All the other classes can.
Yeah. And the Warlock got the best one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Well, until Titan Knee came along.
Until the Titan Knee? Yeah.
The Titan Knee is ridiculous. And so is Teleport Smash too. Mm-hmm. It's like Titan got all the meta.
Yeah, they did. Like, Titan is
got all the meta.
I mean, they can get their overshield back ridiculously. They don't need to use Thunder Coil to freaking increase their one-shot wonder because it's already a one-shot wonder. So all they got to do is use the other one from our artifact. So they just constantly have an overshield. It's like, are you kidding me? And then they got a broken exotic mask. Ugh.
I don't know anything about any of those things. I just know I like playing as a Titan because I like
The one-eyed mask, like that thing's
One-eyed
broken.
Ridiculous.
It is.
Like, you have to get into it.
Mhm.
It's a deep into it kind of.
It is.
Where those classes really start to get broken, and it's those in-game people, the people that are playing it all the time. Though they're the ones that are seeing it and that it bothers them most.
It does. It's like, oh man, will you
Let's be honest. I have no problem running around as a hunter, but you see instantly, like from that class perspective, how much you're not balanced with the warlock and the titan. Like you see your misbalance, but I still love my class.
Oh, same here. You know what I mean? Like I will never stop playing my class just because
I understand
this
liking the
class
Titan.
is a meta.
Yeah, I understand liking the Titan, but at the same time, like it's a OP fucking character. Like just to play the class in game wise, it's an OP class. Like the build capabilities that are there are way better than they are for a lot of the other classes.
Mm-hmm. And their hammers are gonna get buffed here soon.
Yeah, everybody wanted that again. Yeah, buff the fucking hammers.
I like the hammers.
Of course you do, because you like punching people.
It's like punching people from a distance.
Yeah, I know. Punch people and throwing hammers at their faces. I get it.
Didn't that ability though get nerfed though at one point because it was too
Yeah.
OP, and now they're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna bring back that OPness.
Dude, all I'm
So
saying,
you guys can bitch about it. It's like,
look,
come on.
hunters, the only time a hunter truly becomes really, really successful is our supers are all really nice.
Yes.
Like every one of them.
You're gonna see a lot more gold guns coming around this next
I can't wait to
season.
see the return to the golden gun because I mean, that's just OG.
Yeah, because a lot of people use Arc or they use the Void Spectre.
Yep.
In PvP. Occasionally, you'll see a few arrows being shot out, but mostly it's Void Spectre on that one, running around invis, just daggering up people.
It's according to what play mode you're going into, because the only time you really see bow hunters running in PvP is when groups are running.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it's going to be squad play with guys running kind of tight around the board, and that class is going to have some high end, then that's when it gets it. Aside from that, you're right. Spectre hunters and fucking blades, dude. Blades are fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the arc is pretty good as long as you use the shield where you can spin your staff around to be able to block the incoming fire until you get right up on them. Because still to this day, people are like, I'm going to keep shooting at you while you're doing that. I don't comprehend that it's not doing a damn thing. Now I'm reloading and now I'm dead.
Yep.
Why didn't that guy take any damage? Because I'm blocking all of it, you idiot.
Yeah, I have my fucking lightsaber up and I'm fucking blocking it with full fucking Jedi mode on you. Get some. Yeah, that's exactly what that's all about.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready for next season? Expecting decent balances out of it? I mean, you're already feeling let down out of the season, apparently.
I mean, the only thing I really felt let down on the season, granted, the Titan does tick me off and but it's always been that way.
Yeah.
But I still play it and I'm still ripping them,
Yeah, I was apart. Like, it's still Destiny and it's still, at the core of it, it's still going to be what that is.
You just got to play differently.
Yeah.
Don't go in there Leroy Jenkins style and you'll be fine.
Leroy Jenkins.
But, the only thing that really let me down and a lot of the other community down was that we had this whole built up hype of we're building something and then nothing came of it.
All right over there, my friend?
Bit rate's all over the fucking place now.
I know how those look.
And then,
I
the
looked
other
up and
part is
saw it
playing.
interrupted. I was like, oh.
And then the other part, like I said, playing Warframe, getting ready to be able to build this ship whenever it gets released. PC's already gotten it.
So it's about
They're
to
not
become
able to.
Starfighter?
We're not 100% certain because they've shown a couple of gameplays of what it looked like, but a lot of that's changed here and there. I mean, basically all they released was the dry dock for the dojos and being able to build your ship, because building your ship takes
Stuff? Materials?
3.5 days.
Dude, how
Because each 3.5 days, because each piece of the ship, which is 6 pieces, take 12 hours to build.
don't have a cooperative Discord page that note is stored in instead of on that notepad, Boomer?
It is, but the notepad's right there. I write all my notes on that notepad, and then I add everything to my Discord.
Or your Google Drive or something. I mean, I'm not seeing a usage of like. I write all my messages right there now.
I normally would.
Boomer.
Nothing's wrong with
How?
a pen and a piece of paper, motherfucker.
How funny is that though?
Yeah, right.
Boomer. What is that? It's like that literally makes the least sense of any insult that's ever been thrown out. It's like, I get what your intent was. You were going to try and call me old, but you also know that, like, we're not of that generation, right? We're not boomers.
Yeah.
Like those are the people post World War II babies.
All right, bitrate seems to have stabilized somewhat.
Oh yeah, well, hi Facebook and YouTube. Good to see y'all more stable now.
Yeah, don't know what the fuck was going on, but it was jumping from like 23 to 7,000, and then down to like.
It was that peer. It's that
3,000.
peer-to-peer porn server you're running in the background.
Not me. I would have money then, or something. I'd be charging people for passwords. I mean, shit. If I'm going to dedicate my time to that, I ain't running fucking Pornhub. Pay for the shit I download from Pornhub.
I mean, Pornhub sponsors an arena now. I wouldn't mind being a Pornhub.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be too bad.
No, there seems to be a lot of money involved in it.
Yep. All right.
What, are you looking up whether or not there's actually a Pornhub arena?
No.
Like, you started typing right after I said it. I'm like, this motherfucker is really trying to fact check me?
Hell yeah!
You need to know?
The Angry Dandelion Show, where we fact check things.
Hell yeah! Everything we say on here is all fact checked.
It's all fact checked with our expert fact checker, fucking Google.
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 Name change.
Name change. I don't know, man. Based on the reports coming out of that place, I don't know if you want to be a Google owner right now.
Mm-mm.
They seemingly are running into a problem after problem after problem again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What problems are they having?
It sounds like their employees are about to go on strike again. Poor work conditions, all this other shit. Like, they're about to go through some, like...
Who's gonna look up stuff when I type it in the search bar for me?
The same computer that's The same computer that's been doing it.
You mean it's not a person?
Yeah.
I thought it was a person this
Jeff-
whole effing time. Jesus.
Jeffrey is sitting there waiting on.
Yeah,
Stone's-
waiting on they were
Stone's
so they
Google
got
search.
these people were so good they could predict like what else I wanted to part of my search.
He was over here literally, Jeffrey, waiting on Stone to type so he could be like, this is what he wants to see.
Epstein. he auto-filled the in for me when I typed in Jeffrey.
Yep. No, he is Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Epstein is dead.
But he didn't kill himself.
How dare you?
Word on the streets.
Word on the streets, yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, I'm telling you. Like, the real... I only got problem with the fact that, like, the first time he tried to kill himself, did you see the dude that was in the cell with him?
Nope. I tried to distance myself from Jeffrey Epstein because
Wait, how many times?
I don't want to.
How many times were you on his
prison?
plane? How many
killing
times were you
myself,
on
you know
his
what I'm saying?
plane? How many times were you on his plane? How many times did you take a trip to Sex Island?
Never.
Oh. Well, then I think you're pretty safe from being killed.
No. Better safe than sorry, yes.
Sounded too much like a good thing I knew not to get on that plane.
Uh-huh. So true. You definitely don't want to be Prince Andrew. He was like, what? He was like, I just went over after Epstein was a convicted child molester. He goes, what? I just went over to tell him that we can't be seen hanging out no more. They're like, but you spent 4 days there. He goes, yeah, I was doing other shit. It was a convenient place to stay. It's like, whoa. Really? Is that how you're going to play this?
Well, I mean, that sounds like a reasonable explanation. It was like free room and board.
A week later, the Queen of England is like, all right, so I'm going to ask you to step down from all of your positions. And you're not allowed to in your office inside the castle anymore. We're just not. You can't come back here. You need to stay out in the country somewhere. Yeah, you need to stay out in where else. I was like, damn.
Well, sucks to be that guy.
Yeah, you was royal. And it used to be royal.
Oh, I'm just going to keep drinking.
It makes more sense that way, doesn't it? Man, oh man. All right, so Guru's been playing Warframe and Destiny. What you been playing?
Well, I beat Fallen Order, so spoilers for anyone who's waiting. Guru, are you not wanting to hear this? Fighting Darth Vader at the end. That was pretty cool.
You were terrified. You were like, this is not the guy we want to stay and fight.
Yep.
That character the whole time was like, I got to fucking go.
Yep.
This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, dude.
I was a hero for what was going on, but fuck this shit.
Yep. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep, I thought that was great. Like I said, man, you could tell it was that kind of rage too. That
Yep, like yeah.
It's stay and die or run and live.
Yeah, pretty much. Those were the options.
I have a feeling that character after that, honestly, does the same shit old girl did and tries to cut himself off from the Force too.
It's like, you know what? Maybe this is a bad idea. Cal is out.
Yeah.
I gotta shoot
No.
another season of Shameless.
Yeah. No force powers left on this one. I am done.
I'm back to being gay Jesus.
That's right.
All right,
Yeah,
Guru,
man.
you can come back now. You can come back, Guru. I'm done talking about Fallen Order. So
yeah,
the other
Fallen Order
game
there.
I've been playing is The Outer Worlds. And I mean, it's been out for a minute, so I don't really feel the need to worry about spoilers with that, but it's basically like
No.
Fallout in space.
Yeah.
That's
So-
been the kind of consensus on that game.
Yep, and so I mean, if you don't like the Fallout 4 buildy bullshit, like I don't, then it's all right. And with the amount of time I've been able to really spend gaming here lately, the single player games actually are kind of making a nice comeback for me, because anything multiplayer I'm just going to be behind on. So it's kind
That's
of
why That's why Borderlands is great though.
yeah, and I see I
'Cause you can just
I
pick
need to
that
play
up.
some more of that too, and I kind of want to play some more No Man's Sky. in
Yeah,
VR.
considering all the updates that have gone on with its biggest recent patch coming.
Yeah, lots of tweaks and fixes and whatnot, but
It's like what? Lots of tweaks and 300 bug fixes.
yeah,
That's a little bit more than lots. That's
Yeah.
that's a lot.
well, yeah.
There's like bigger adjectives for that one.
And I don't know. It's wintertime here in Ohio, and I don't know. Wintertime, I always feel like playing the space game because it's
Yeah,
cold
space
and
game.
dark, man.
Fits the vibe.
Yep. So
See, I go into survival games during this time.
That also fits. That's also fits the
yeah,
the
yeah.
vibe.
Well, and I mean, in No Man's Sky is space survival
Yep.
with a lot of other stuff. And
Yeah, I'm hoping some of these tweaks are going to be really good because building, I think, is something that I'm hoping they're really addressing on building and storage.
yeah, I like building stuff.
Mm-hmm. I like storing all the shit to build the shit with.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying how limited storage is. And supposedly now you can upgrade your ship.
Yeah, that I'm interested to see what that tweak's actually going to look like.
Yeah, because you could already kind of upgrade your ship, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, by putting parts and other stuff into the empty slots. I like the fact you're going to be able to salvage shit now.
Yeah, I got some ships I'd like to fucking salvage.
You know, yeah, there's so I got hold of one time where I was like, I'm gonna put this damn thing together, and then it was like, oh, this is completely not fucking worth trying to put together.
Yeah,
because
it's like some
because
type
it's
D or C bullshit.
Yeah, it was completely all cluttered up with nothing, and you're like, what the fuck? Everything's broken. Got to repair everything. I'm like, I don't even like the layout. They were pretty bad. So the upgrade system, I'm hoping, is going to be really cool as far as taking a ship from like letter grades, being able to add more space for activities to the bar, which in turn will take it from, you know, an A class to an S class,
Yeah.
you know, style of ship. I want to see that kind of leveling system upgrades. Is what I'm hoping. That's what they're meaning.
Star Citizen's starting to look like I may need to
Revisit.
Yeah, just hop into my ship. I mean, I got a fucking like $150 ship, so I feel like I did some upgrades and traded in some shit that I got for free with a R7 370 graphics card, and so I really only have like $75 in the game. but I gamed the system, man. I wheeled and dealed, but
Well, that's a little
Citizen
bit of
Con
what it
was here
takes.
recently, and they got some cool stuff happening. You actually travel to different stars and stuff at this point, or like one different star, but every weather, like they showed the dynamic weather and how that affects it's really starting to look like something that'd be fun to play. But I mean, I'm sure you're going to need a fairly beefy system to do it.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
But I did put together a sub $500 gaming PC parts list.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's upgradable as well. And honestly, it'd be a solid 1080p entry level gaming experience. But I will show you what I put together, and
Right.
and try and entice Guru to build a PC one day. One
Yep.
day. It's never going to happen. Never, ever.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
Gonna switch.
Never gonna happen.
Hit the button.
Switch. No.
Switch. No, damn it. Well, maybe. No. If I go to switch scenes, I'll have to close out XSplit because XSplit has frozen.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the beauty of that is the streams will actually stay up because it's capturing the NDI. It's just everything will go black for a second while I reboot everything. I ain't fucking doing it. Anyways, I'll just tell you the parts real quick. AMD Athlon 3000G. It's a 3.5 gigahertz dual core processor, and it's AM4 socket, so you can put it in a B450 motherboard. So that processor is $50. You pick up this MSI B450 A Pro ATX AM4 motherboard. So because it's B450, you could later upgrade to like a Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5, somewhere around in there, and get into 4-6 core bullshit. And memory's on the cheap right now, so T-Force Vulkan 16 gig DDR for 3200 speed, that's $54.99. 1 terabyte.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, 1 terabyte Seagate Barracuda for like your mass game storage, that's $32.99. 256 gig NVMe M.2 solid state drive for your OS and like a game or two, $40. It's ADATA XPG Gamix. And then your video card, $137, man. I went cheap, but you should be able to get 1080p 60, an RX 570 from MSI. And then it's a tempered glass case for $35 from Thermaltake, Core G21. And then a Seasonic 520 watt bronze fully modular power supply. So
Nice.
$491.91 is the grand total. So like you're actually building a decent looking system. It's, shit that's upgradable. Down the line, you could take, since it's a fully modular power supply, you could get sleeve cables down the line. You upgrade graphics cards real easy, upgrade processor, and you can always add, more RAM down the line. But
Yeah.
solid build for $500.
What'll it take RAM wise?
Well, it's a ATX motherboard, so you could get probably, I believe, up to 64 gigs if you're to, but you could add another.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, that's what I can do on the board that I'm running an MSI board that can do that currently.
64 gigabytes is the max. It's dual channel, so it's a solid little motherboard for a really good price.
Yeah, I've been looking into some of those 128 boards. Not that I'm going to put that on it, but
yeah, it's not really all that necessary to be more than 32 for what we're doing, in my opinion. That's why I want.
Well, Minecraft on a high scale level gets a little intensive and wants to start really chopping at the bit there.
Okay.
Depending on the mods you use, correct?
Yes, and the more mod intensive it is, the harder it taxes.
Yeah.
So, and that's really the only reason that I've got 32 in the system right now. is because I was like, well, this is definitely going to help me run Minecraft better. Because I like running those big, stupid fucking versions, man. They're great. Like
I know.
they're dumb as hell. They've got all of the things, but there's so much learning to be done. And Minecraft is such a fun space to learn in.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Fucking blows my mind that even though XSplit's frozen and I can't use it, it's still putting out signal and stream and all of that shit. Like,
Yeah, man.
everything camera-wise
Guru.
is still mobile. It's just everything else is frozen.
Stop.
Whoa. I'm twice. I'm extra special.
Woohoo! Did you get your helmet and your crayons?
Oh, and whoa, things are going crazy.
Crazy good, crazy bad.
All right, there we go. Everything should be good back.
Oh, you're
stream-wise.
me now?
Yeah, like things got really weird. Like you would pop in over Thump every once in a while.
I'm seeing that.
Man, yeah,
Nice.
things got real weird. Hey, it did it again. How is this happening? Now there's two of you. What the fuck?
I'm taking over.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. What is it? Is it set active speaker?
There we go. All right, things should be okay now. Maybe that is part of the problem, but shouldn't be now. It was never should have did that, but I guess with the crash, things got fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm
indie guys.
surprised it saved my camera settings.
Indie guys will pull themselves to active speaker through Skype sometimes.
No, so it could be just Skype being Skype.
That trigger with my cam, it's actually when what is it? When XSplit would have set up, it would have done that internally. The reset would have just taken the NDI and tried to make it active speaker.
All right.
Hey, PC parts list.
Yeah, now
Look
you
at
can
that.
see the fucking parts list. Yeah, $491. And
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
in this little
you
this
see
little
this,
case,
Guru?
man.
You see this?
Well, that little case is not a bad little case. It's kind of set up like the S340 Elite, but it's got a vented front, so not a bad little deal there.
No, not at all.
I mean, you probably want to add a couple fans to the front of the case. So, but I mean, and you could add another $50 and throw a higher end processor in there. So, but this for sub $500, man, that's a budget gaming PC that's going to treat you okay.
Yeah, with lots of expandability if you choose to do so.
Yep. All right, now that I've got stuff back, I feel better. I feel better. Just as long as, when I talk, it at least comes through on the fucking microphone.
Right.
When I talk, dude, it barely fucking queues up to XSplit. And, like, when you guys talk, it, like, rails the volume over on the stream PC. But when I talk, it's kind of muffled and fucking quiet. And it pisses me off.
Yeah, I see the same kind of results over on Broadcaster.
Yeah.
When I speak, I tend to be a little bit softer than when the two of y'all are talking as other applications. So, I mean, I've made a couple little adjustments here and there in order to try and bump myself up on that end, but I'd go through the same shit with the 8-bit shit too.
Yep, it's rather annoying.
Yep.
And if I go too much louder than this, I think
you start pegging.
Yeah. Well, you'll start to hear fucking background noise. But anyways, I digress.
Tis. All right, so Fallen Order, Outer Worlds.
Yep.
I'm old schooling. I did Fallen Order. It was fun. Yay.
Hey.
I enjoyed it. It was great. I had a good time with it. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the way it ended. I liked every bit of it. It was great. I want to see an expansion on that style of gameplay and bring it to a way bigger version of what that was.
Agreed.
That
Old
was.
Republic.
Eh.
In a sense.
I think it was kind of there, but it needed more modification in order to truly hit that spot. I think this needs to take what it is and give a little bit of the Old Republic stuff to it. But even the Old Republic was kind of on rails. Where this game felt a little bit more open, especially once you learned the ability to dive underwater. The game opened up even a little bit more. I mean, before he went through most of the story, he had already explored pretty much every planet and gained a bunch of levels. So he just went in and was able to run the story like nothing.
Yeah.
But Age of Empires, Civ, Age is so micromanaged. You got to take your worker and make your worker do a job, and you got to keep, if it's a job that attaches to a building, you need to make sure the building's close by, and you just set the building set up in order to kind of get them to repeat certain jobs. Like farmers, they won't reseed their gardens.
Fucking lazy ass fucking farmers, dude. Nah, fuck that.
Unless you set the windmill to make them automatically reseed their fields.
What the fuck? Don't you know windmills give you cancer?
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. They'll take it. But it's a major micromanaged game, and it's kind of why I went back over and started doing a whole bunch of Civ. Dove into one of my epically long turn games. And so I can just kick back and do other shit. I'm playing the fuck out of my Empires and Puzzles game on my phone right now. Like, I am absolutely playing the shit out of that. Go in and taking it over, and it's a blast. It's hard as shit. Especially like a 4-man group on Mayhem 4. It's been soloed already by a guy on Mayhem 4. But go in and he's got a really supreme build up in order to pull off some shit like that.
Right.
Like he admittingly is rocking like the perfect meta to be able to do that.
To be able to run it on solo, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's got everything laid out the way it needs to be done in order to get it.
I wonder if the boy's downloading crap or something, man.
It's on that Pornhub.
This bit
on that porn
keeps fucking tanking. I'll be right back.
Everybody's about ready to eat.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah, everything else is made and sitting around, and then the turkey goes in, and it's in for when it needs to be in, and then they're eating.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I usually do the meat and stuff like that during the day, like the day of. The cold stuff's already been done because you got like that me and one of my buddies were talking about that. Actually, he was like, "Oh, did you do any of this stuff already today?" And I was like, "Yeah, the cold stuff," because I mean, I usually that's better the next day because it's supposed to sit there and soak up all the juices and everything. Yeah. And then the pies and stuff like that, I do the night before. Because usually the missus has got like a bunch of freaking pies that she wants cooked, and I'm like, okay, let's do it.
It's pies given.
Yeah. Well, some of them go to one of the or her side of the family. Thanksgiving. Usually I don't go because who's going to be cooking over here, basically. So, my whole day tomorrow is going to be basically me cooking and occasionally maybe hopping in a match or two, probably on Destiny, for Iron Banner. But that's going to be probably it on my end for tomorrow until they get back or everything gets done. And then I'll probably hop on something bigger and be like, I ain't moving.
I am done for the day.
I have
I
done
will
enough
eat.
work.
I will eat. I will play video games, and then I will tryptophan.
Yeah, because I'm going to be cleaning in between, making sure that everything's roomy and whatnot. I wound up putting up one of our new trees that we got for Christmas. I'm not being one of those people that are decorating it right now. I'm just got it up mainly for the two little shitheads to learn not to mess with it anymore, but both of them keep trying to climb in said tree.
You're gonna have that, and so
Yeah,
They're
getting a little bit better.
Show tomorrow night?
no.
I didn't think so.
Didn't figure there was. When all's said and done, you guys want to try and like multi-stream, maybe like some Mixer, Xbox Game Pass type stuff?
I mean, that's a possibility. I could be down for that.
Like some